we go. What is going on, Cover One crew? Welcome back to the show. Hope everybody is good. The NFL Combine is officially in the books for 2025. What better time than to dissect power rankings for these rookie prospects? We're talking wide receivers today. The class is good overall. Is it great like it has been in previous years? Debatable, and maybe not as depth-wise abundant as we've seen in the past. But I got my top five for y'all as we enter today. It is a very nice list of players. Let's start off with number 5, Matthew Golden, Texas Longhorn product. He has been climbing up boards, and rightfully so. The kid is absolutely loaded with ability and potential. 6 foot 195, played in 36 contests, 134 receptions, nearly 2,000 yards, 14.7 on the average, and a decent 22 receiving touchdowns. With somebody like Quinn Ewers, I think that's pretty damn good without question. Overall, speaking of what he does well, lightning speed, man. We saw it on film. You see it at the Combine. Ran a gorgeous 4.30 on that 40. I mean, when you dissect his film, it's definitely all on point to see how much that speed is dictated in his game. He pulls away from defensive backs with ease down the field. Unfortunately for him, he had to pull up so many times because Quinn Ewers just could not get the football down the field to him like we would have seen. You put him with a good quarterback in the NFL, he is going to run away from guys. Body adjustments, I mean, it is with ease. There is great athletic ability, whether he's body contorting left, right, sideline, toe drag, one-handed grabs because of that while he's, shifting in the air, mid trying to adjust to the passes. Very good body adjustments in a Matthew Golden. He tracks the ball extremely well. High point over the shoulder. There's nothing you can complain about at this point. He is coming down with that football, and he has gotten better and better. Best season he's had in college football was with these Longhorns, and it definitely is showcased on his film, man. Very sound double move off the line or down the field where he is going on sluggos. If he is just going on a wheel route double move, definitely is there, and he will improve in this aspect. Overall, when you're talking about, the route tree, it is improving overall. The hooks, the slants definitely are his bread and butter. Going down the field, mid-range crosser sevens are definitely there on point as well. He does do the arm push-off with separation, increasing his separation. Very much a key, it is an understandable trait for a lot of these wide receivers because if you fully extend your arm, they're going to call PI, offensive PI on you. If it's just a little nudge just to create that extra separation, get you the football, Matthew Golden understands how to do this very well. Route tree, like I'm saying, definitely is on the improving side of things. I don't necessarily want to say it's great as we sit today. Number 4, Emeka Egbuka. Love this kid. The Ohio State Buckeyes. Like I said on the Combine show, very reminiscent to a Jackson Smith-Njigba when it comes to a lot of the traits, man. 6'1", 205, 49 contests. He stayed back for his senior year just like a Chris Olave did, hoping to pad the stats, and it did work out in his benefit. 205 receptions, nearly 3,000 yards receiving, 28, 68, 14 on the average, and 24 receiving touchdowns with the Buckeyes. Good size and frame, man, for what you're going to ask of him to do. Definitely put together, can take some punishment based on how he is built right now. He's got great build-up speed. Am I ever going to call this man a field burner? Probably not, but he's got such good build-up speed that it's like a one-speed accelerator coming off the line, and then the build-up speed is there. Will he ever run away from guys consistently? Probably not, but he's got more than enough juice to get down the field and to run away, at least to make some big chunk plays, man. Route tree is absolutely fantastic in an Emeka, just like a JSN. Like we all coveted from JSN, he showcased the ability that his route tree is good. Emeka is in this same category when it comes to his route ability. He will showcase that in the pros. Release off the line, very strong, comes into play with his technical sound movements, the footwork, and then the route tree ability. Able to get open based on these categories. He does this very well. Extremely natural hand catcher. Abso-freaking-lutely. You're going to see it on point a lot of times. He makes acrobatic grabs. He just corrals that football in like no slapping off the hands. Everything you want to see out of your wide receiver receiver, extremely sure-handed, one-handed catch ability. He's going to, on the sidelines, we've seen the body contorting out of this man as well. Very good hands overall. He's a great ball tracker also. Can't hate it whatsoever, whether it is over the shoulder, whether it is, the awareness is extremely strong over the middle catching passes. He just understands where this ball is going, whether it's high pointed in the end zone as well. He can definitely come down with these balls. He does create windows of separation with that awareness. He understands where to plant himself, how to evade his would-be defensive back. I love me some Emeka, and I think, he should be a first-round commodity in this draft. I will be shocked if he does fall out of it this season, man. Luther Burden, number 3 on my board. Mizzou product, 6'2", 205. At the beginning, I will suggest that, I was a little bit lukewarm on a Burden. I absolutely love his game without question. 38 contests, 192 receptions, 2263, 11.8 on the average, 21 receiving TDs for a Luther. At this point, you're going to see the 11.8 because he is that, slot presence, likes to make his moves in the slot, on the drags, on those schemed up plays outside to the, the hooks, the drags out. He does this all very well. But what gets me so excited about it is because of how he is put together. He is 6'2", 205, and it's a nice, thick 6'2", 205. Man, this guy's not going to mess around with getting, hardcore punishment because he knows how to endure at least the hits that come his way. What is even better? Y'all know me with my running backs and my wide receivers. I love fluidity, and Luther Burden is legit the epitome of a fluid runner. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's like he is flowing out there, and that's what you want to see. It's just effortless, and this makes for a great wide receiver in the pros. Number one, you can't coach this type of trait. He has God-given talent in this respect. Very quick feet. He's got them short strides. Definitely aids in the ability for him to cut and move across and down the field. Love that about him as well. He is also a very natural hand catcher. Corrals the ball in, no slapping, not much dropping problems whatsoever. He is reliable, and you can utilize him anywhere. He can play inside. He can likely play outside as well. I don't foresee him, being pigeonholed into the slot, even though his 11.8 does suggest that he should be more a slot presence. I think he can definitely play outside for me as well. Sound burst and speed, no question about that. Yes, he did not test overly well on the 40, but he has definitely got a sound burst and speed on the tape that's going to make everybody take notice. Catch, turn, go, absolutely with ease, man. This guy does it so well. He's going to create. He's got good agility. He's got good yak upside, and that burst on the stop-start, stop and go is definitely there. He's so good with the stutter step on his release. This is what helps aid him get away from his defensive backs. You got to understand your release package definitely is part of it. It's not just your route tree. You got to understand how to remove from press, from jams, and then even, taking advantage of pick plays or any of your defensive backs or linebackers that are coming in off the zone. Sharp cuts, change of direction, pluses for me. He will make plays once you get the ball in his hands, kind of like, we're looking at DJ Moore style, but maybe even a little bit better in that respect, and that's saying a lot. I'm a big fan of a Luther Burden for what he can give any kind of club that's looking for the skill set, where I do believe he's not just a slot guy whatsoever. I think he can play outside, but everything he does give you in the change of direction, the ability to gain more chunky yardage, be the chain mover on third down, he'll definitely be there. Very good ball tracker as well, over the shoulder, deep down the field, whether or not he's going to be double covered, contested catch ability. He wins contested balls, man. You see it all the time. I am a huge supporter of a Luther Burden, and a lot of people causing a lot of hate on his game. All of a sudden, he may be dropping down this board just because of personal preferences for some NFL scouts and teams. I think he's going to be a gem in the NFL. Love me some Luther Burden. Travis Hunter, number 2. Yes, we got to slot him in here. Yes, we don't know if he's going to be a full-time wide receiver or if he's going to play both. But if he goes full-on wide receiver, he is my number 2 guy, no question at this point. And it's only because of one thing we'll discuss as soon as we get into those synopsis. 6 foot, 188, 22 games with Colorado. He did play with Jackson State before. 153 receptions, almost 2,000 yards, 1979, 12.9 on the average, and 20 touchdown receptions for a Travis Hunter. We know the, resume, elite generational talent prospect, however you want to call it, no question, on both sides of the ball. Whether it be receiver, whether it be defensive back, he can be an elite product in the NFL without question. There is no reason for anybody not to take a chance on a Travis Hunter because he is that damn good. He is just simply an athletic freak. There is not anything this man can't do on the field. Supremely agile, the speed, the burst, it's great. He's got some twitch to his game. I mean, he's just put together in every sense that you want a wide receiver to be. Hands are fantastic, like glue, his ability to come down with these passes as a wide receiver is just beautiful. And if he does, work on his craft more and be, 100% a wide receiver in the pros, this will only get better, which is absolutely scary, man. Catch concentration is absolutely elite, man. No matter who's on him, if it's like tight coverage, he's able to make the plays. This guy, he's just a pure football player, elite generational prospect without question. Catch concentration, supremely elite. Change of direction, Yak is amazing. He will get better in this as well once he does, if he does become a full-time wide receiver. Change of direction, he can make the catch, he can turn any direction, his agile ability, and then go down the field with that speed. Love what he can do for any team on the offensive side. Body balance, great. You don't even have to question this, whether he's making acrobatic grabs, twisting 360s in the air, making the toe drag swags. He does it all. Body balance, supremely unbelievable, man. Lean frame, takes big hits, and injury potential. This is the one knock and why he is my number 2. Another sense, like I'm saying, if he would have been a wide receiver in college football, primarily wide receiver, then we would talk a different game. He's already elite, but it's like there's too many ways and too many angles you can say, which one are you, wide receiver or defensive back? It does kind of hinder your elite trajectory as a positional player, even though he still is very damn good at his, job. I mean, this lean frame as well does take big hits. We did see him take that massive hit, lost a couple contests. I think it was a spleen issue or kidney issue that he did sustain. So put a little bit more muscle mass on your frame, and I think it'll just improve what he can be in the NFL. Number 1, Tet McMillan, T-Mac. He is the number 1 wide receiver prospect for me. 6'5", 210, baby. This guy's absolutely put together in that as a specimen without question. 37 games, 213 receptions, 23 in yards. Nice 16.1 on the average at 26 receiving touchdowns. Like I'm saying, great size and frame. You're looking for the prototype size and frame. This is Tet McMillan, baby. He's got it all put together when it comes to his stature, and he will likely put on another at least, 6 to 10 pounds. It's just all gravy, man. He's just going to get stronger. He's going to get better in the NFL with a good meal plan and a workout plan. Tape speed, very, very good. He does have that second gear, which does get you excited, man. Stop, start, burst is just great. Whether or not he's catching it, planted in the zone and he turns up the field, you see, man, it's just like a pinpoint bang, bang. He's off to the races with that extremely sound burst. Playmaker, extremely athletic. There is not anything he cannot do. Hands are fantastic. Again, these are the top end wide receivers. You're going to see hands drop off as you start talking about wide receivers from 8 to maybe 20. You're going to handpick guys that do have a little bit of a dropping problem. These guys in the top 5 do not concern me whatsoever for their hands. Absolutely fantastic. What's great about Ted is that he just snags the ball out of the air like he owns it, and that's what you want to see. He's attacking that ball and comes down with it. It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's how you know these guys' hands are legit and they will not have a dropping problem as their future does go, man. Catch radius, very large. Long arms, he's able to make plays, whether it's he just pointing to the sky, say, chuck it up there for me to grab. He goes and gets it, whether or not it's just a speed route, and he does make that grab as well. His arm extension, his catch radius is so large. I mean, if you're a QB missing him, you got some issues throwing the football. Box out, high point is great, like I'm saying, and the sharp cuts, ins and outs of his breaks on the route tree. I do want to see a little bit more out of the route tree. We'll break it down more in his scouting report, but overall, he is very good, sharpened, cut out of the breaks in terms of yak ability rather than just route breaks, I want to say, but you see him wide open quite often, so he has definitely got a sharp plan to at least evade his would-be defensive backs. But there you have it. That is my top 5 post-combine as we are getting closer to the NFL draft. Only 2 months away. It is getting very exciting. exciting. Love this rookie class on high-end, top-end wide receivers. Like I said, the depth does drop off as we get to end of day 2, end of day 3, or beginning of day 3, I should say. That's when we kind of see the drop-off for these wide receivers. But there you have it. Nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. Which wide receivers are you guys in on out of this 5? Who you in on? Who you out on? Drop it in the comments. We could definitely talk it out. But we'll see you next time. I am out.